Hello guys, BC here with another video. It feels like so long no see, am I right? But I just haven't posted in a little while. Really don't have much excuses. I'm tired. Football's draining me, and that's what this video is about today. Yesterday, I started my first varsity football game. I mean, I'm a senior, so I probably should have. I wish I started last year too to get my 2 years. But either way, senior year, my first varsity start was last night. As the game started at 7 o'clock, it was Harry at Mechanicville, and I played defensive tackle. Yes, that is. I'm slow and I'm 150. I'm gonna say around I'm 155 pounds because I know I'm at least 155, and I'm like 5'10". And I play defensive tackle, and let me tell you, it's rough. It's tough. But I started for my first game, and I got a sack thanks to my good friend Joshua Herget. Joshua Herget played defensive end. It was towards the end of the game too. It was 28-20. They were driving down, trying to score on us to tie up the game, and on like a second down or first down or something, Joshua Herget, he was at D end on my side. He got up the field first. He got around his guy first, created pressure. I put pressure on the quarterback, and he forced the quarterback to rush right my way. And I grabbed a hold of him. I dragged him down. So I got first game, got one career sack. That's phenomenal. I made a couple other partial tackles. After that never really made solo tackles besides that sack, which I got help from Josh. But like that sack, I was the only one to actually grab his cloth and take him down. Josh, I'm gonna give total credit because, like I said, if it wasn't for Josh, I don't think I would have got that sack. But he didn't help me to drag the guy down. I dragged the guy down by myself. And so I was psyched about that. Like I said, first career game, first career sack. And I was in a couple of tackles last night. I was partial tackles. And there was one play actually where I got pressure and the running back cut and he slipped, and so he was down there too. So I guess I could probably, I don't know, I probably can't count that as a tackle because I never actually really touched the guy. I touched him, but I was running upfield at the D tackle. I was rushing upfield at him, and he cut and he slipped on the cut because it was a turf field and turf's a little slippery. So since he made the cut, he just slipped over himself and he was down. It was a really good game last night. Harry won 28-20, which I was really happy about. Obviously, I would not be happy if my team won. And but yeah, I don't like Mechanicville. See, there's teams. I know in Texas is probably really bad, or like Florida or California and stuff. But I'm in upstate New York and versus small towns football teams. They're not. No, I don't really face any big teams. It's not like I go against like an Albany or go against a whole bunch of like New York City teams. That's not like that where I'm at. I go against small schools. I can't unless you live around me. You probably don't know Harry, New York. So we play also, Sawyer Fredericks, who won The Voice a couple years ago. He lived in Fonda Fultonville, and they live right. That's like the closest team we play. They're like only like I could probably get to that field in like 15 minutes or less. The Fonda field, and that's where all our home games are going to be this year because Harry's working on their field, but yeah, so we play small schools, and Fonda's not bad. I don't mind Fonda. I play them next week actually on the 13th. Harry plays Fonda at 7 o'clock, but no. So I'll see how much I like them this year. But I didn't like Mechanicville because, like I said, we're small communities. We should just play the football game, play fair, and I'm not saying a kind game. You can't be kind in football. You're not going to do good. Just play just not a douchebag, really. That's all the best way I can explain it. Don't play a douchebag. And that's what they were. I mean, they started smack talking us, which is okay. I don't mind smack talk. Like, that'll get me riled up and it'll make me mad. But it's not like I'm going to despise a team like NFL players do it all the time. They smash talk each other throughout the entire game. and then they could say, "Oh, good job, I respect you, bro." But they smash talk the entire game. That's just how football works. So I don't mind that. But what happens is when they started losing, which I can't stand. This is what I can't stand. This is what really makes me like or not like another team. And they get chippy, which that means they start taking illegal shots on us. Like the play's not even close to us, and they'll start pushing us down, blindsiding us to where we can't see them hit us, and that's a legal hit. In football, you have to make the guy you're gonna hit be able to see you. So like if you're coming up from behind and stuff and you wail the guy, that's illegal hits, and they're like starting to do that stuff and stuff like that. And that's what Mechanicville was doing, and I don't like teams like that. So I get really riled up in those games, and those games that when we win those games, it means so much more than meeting a team that like would try to help you up or that just isn't like that. It means more to beat a team that's dirty like that, because you think to yourself, those douchebags deserve to lose, and we made them lose. So it feels a little bit better. Even though all wins feel good, don't get me wrong. Any win feels good. And especially because that game was close. We were losing that game 13 to 6 at halftime. We're losing that game 13-6. And they didn't get 13 from 2 touchdowns. No, they got a field goal, which, by the way, first time I've a high school football team ever scored a field goal on us for the whole time I've been there. Like, I never see teams kick field goals. Like, I've seen a couple of them. Well, I've been to, like, a couple live games where I've seen people kick field goals. But Harry was never out on the field. And yesterday it happened, and they made it. They missed another one, too. They kicked 2 field goals, and they missed one. But they got the first one. But they got a field goal, a safety, and then a touchdown with a 2. So they got 5. How it went was 3-0 them, 6-3 us, 6-5 us, 6-13 them. And then that third quarter, we went off and got 22 points in that third quarter, or just the third quarter. And we made it 28-13. They scored a touchdown again. And the game ended at 28-20. But, yeah, I just wanted to quickly just talk about the first high school start I had, the first game of the Harry class of 2020 season. And then, so that's really it. I am planning on making a video about that game. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'm definitely gonna make a video because there's a thing called Huddle where you can record the games. So I've already watched like a bit multiple plays of my game. So I have plays. So I can either, what I'm thinking about doing is I can either make a highlight reel, or I'm thinking about maybe trying like a full game commentary on it, where I'm like, you know how like you're watching NFL and you have the people talking over the whole game, kind of explaining little things on why some things happen, just explaining what's happening in the game. I might want to try to do that for a 48-minute game, and it'd be a little bit longer than that because it takes time before plays and stuff. So I made that could be like an hour video. It depends if I really feel like I have the time to make that. If I feel like I have the time to make that, then I might do that because I think it'll be fun. And honestly, but if I did that video, it'd probably be a little bit more raw cut. I wouldn't edit it as much. If it was a highlights, I would edit. I might still try to talk over some of the highlights, but it'd be edited out pretty good. So I'm thinking about trying that full game commentary. Because all of the football teams that get the film too, that watch film on us, they're gonna get the plays anyways. And of course, I'm not gonna. But the thing is with that is the camera's not like an NFL, so we're gonna get the full shot. Sometimes like the play finishes off the screen. So that's another reason why maybe doing a full commentary will be somewhat better or worse in some scenarios, because I can explain what happened off the screen because I was there in person, obviously, yesterday, so I can tell you what happened. But yeah, so anyone know that go support Canada Harry, September 13th, 7 o'clock against Fonda. Fonda's the closest team to us, so it's like, but the Canjo and Fonda, those also have a rivalry for a long time, and we're ready to go. last year, Kansas Harry went 2-7 in football last year. It was like 2-7 or 2-6. I don't even know if we played full 9 games. We only won 2 games last year. One was to Fort Edward and one was to Mechanicville. They were our 2 wins last year. We lost every other team. And I'm hoping this year we can get more than 2 wins. We already got 1, and we have a long season left to go. So I'm hoping we can grab at least 2. And we play Johnstown, which I heard is not that good. I think we can beat Fonda. So if we can beat those 2, we're at least at 3. And I want 4 wins because there's another team I think we can beat too. There's gonna be 2 really tough games though, where it's gonna be very tough if we're gonna pull out a victory there. But that's my first varsity start. Got a sack, couple partial tackles, made the running back slip. It was a fun experience. I mean, I got blocked a couple times good too, which I need to work on. I did not have a perfect game by any means. I don't even know if I'm going to say I had a good game because I've never started before. And then when I started on JV, I didn't even play on defense. I played on offense. So going from not really doing any defense against other teams, like in JV and whatnot, to going into a starting defensive spot, starting varsity spot on defense, I think I had a good game. Like I said, though, there's obviously a lot of things I can work on. But hopefully you enjoyed. I don't know if there's going to be another NFL video, honestly, for predictions. I got a comment to do another one before tomorrow. And the thing is I stand by a lot of my predictions I made from a while ago. I stand by a lot of them, so I got that one wrong already, but that one also wouldn't have changed. So it's not like I went through the off season since that point and thought the Packers are going to beat the Bears over that time. No. I thought the Bears were going to win going all the way up, and when that game started, I still thought they were going to win after they were losing like 7-3 at halftime. I still thought they were going to win that game. So, and I think that's how most of my other ones are. Like, I'll double check my last video, see if any predictions changed since then, and even if one changes, I'm going to do another one by tomorrow before 1 o'clock. Like I said, and that's only though if like any prediction changes. If you don't see a video out tomorrow or later today about the football games on tomorrow, that is because my prediction has not changed at all. I mean, I believe that the teams I picked like a month or 2 ago, I still believe are going to win the games. But hopefully you enjoy. But be ready for that. There's a diss track coming out next week that I'm working on. I'll explain more of that in another video. I'm trying to say football related here, but that video is coming out next week sometime. And of course, within the next week, you're gonna get a week 2 prediction. Obviously, it has to be after Monday, because that's the Monday Night Football, and that's of course the night it's probably be easiest to, because that's always like the easiest, earliest practices we get out of. So I'll probably be the easiest one too. But you'll definitely get a week 2 prediction by next week. And I'm just gonna do that after week 1. So after Monday, you're gonna get a week 2 prediction. Like I said, you're gonna get a diss track, and you might get a week 1 prediction. Like I said, I have to look back and see if any of my picks have changed. And that's all I have to say. See you all next time. Peace out, y'all.